installment of Moran's Mania, as it's been, my life has been dubbed a mania. Got a little sore throat. Weather's starting to change here in New England, so trying to deal with that. We all have dealt with the whole topic of should I warm up, what should I play, that whole thing ad nauseum, ad infinitum. I've seen interviews of guys, incredible players, real virtuosos. Some guys don't warm up at all. Some have a rigorous warm-up routine. It always amazes me how varied the answers you get when you ask people, or if you're curious, you read interviews, or you listen to interviews. So I took some lessons years ago with the wonderful saxophonist, classical saxophonist David Bilger. He passed away in 1997. I was fortunate to meet him and take some lessons with him, and he showed me a warm-up exercise that for me is absolutely incredible. I play it all the time, and I've never really seen anything online about it. It's not a secret. It's just I don't know if anyone else is aware of it. So it's very simple, actually. How you play it and how fast you play it is up to you. How fast we play anything is always the the eternal quest, the impossible dream, I guess. So the way he showed it to me, he played it on alto in F major. So I'm going to play it in F, which is concert E flat, and it starts with just a basic major triad, but played like this. So you're playing 1 5 3 5 8 1 up an octave, 8 5 3 5, right? And you play that, and make sure it's clean. Make sure you're not getting any blips or anything in between the notes. Make sure the intervals are clean, and you can increase the velocity, as you're able to. And then when you're ready, you're going to take the third and the fifth degree and raise them a half step. So instead of F C A C, it's going to become F C sharp A sharp C sharp, which, if you think of the C sharp and A sharp as D flat and B flat, it kind of sounds like a B flat minor chord in second inversion, right? Again, as you're comfortable. With some of these, you may go faster. Others, you may go slower. But we're going to take that same concept and just push it until we hit the ceiling. So we're taking the D flat and B flat. We're going to raise them a half step, D and B now, which is going to kind of sound like a B diminished starting off the F. As that first interval gets higher, right? F C, F C sharp, F D. Now we're going to go to F E flat, C E flat. But as that first interval gets higher, larger, the difficulty also gets larger. It just, especially when you're going fast, right? Large intervals don't really go too well. Don't really, vibe too well with most saxophonists. We like to play stepwise. We play scales all day long, but isolating these large intervals is good, and we don't like to do it. So that's one of the good things about this exercise, right? So now we're on the F, E flat, C. Now, which kind of sounds like dominant sevenths, suggests that sonority without the A. And then we're going to go one more, right? F, E, C sharp, E. Harmonically, call it what you want. I'm not going to try to label it. This is not about theory, but it's an interesting sound, a little dissonant. Now, if we keep going up, though, we get a repeated F. So we're going to just come back down, right? Hit the ceiling. What do? You come back down. Now we're home. So, of course, when I heard David Bilger play it, my jaw was cemented to the ground, because he was playing it so fast it almost sounded like a chord that he was playing up, with some reverb in a hallway or in an auditorium. You wouldn't even know it was a saxophone. It sounded like some sort of saxophone chordal monster. So So in this key, obviously, I like to maybe start slower and then go faster, or you can play 2, 4, 6, 8, whatever you want. So if we did them 4 of each, right? Yeah, I got to slow down on this one. Now we're going back down. Now we're home. He used to go up on the last one. So it's a really great exercise. You know, you'll find in certain keys you're going to be able to fly the friendly skies. In other keys it's going to be like, you know, go up a half step. Ugh. F sharp, yikes. I'm messed up already. Oh wow, that's rough. Get the band-aids, right? F sharp, F natural, D, etc., etc. I mean, I'm not going to demonstrate all 12 keys, but it's a really good exercise. It forces you into uncomfortable situations, but you know, Pat Metheny would say that's where you grow. When you're comfortable, you're really not growing. And you know, as far as the whole classical thing, I mean, I love classical. You know, I'm a jazz player, but I remember hearing an interview with Joshua Redman one time, and they asked him about classical, and he obviously his technique. You know he's played classical when you listen to him play. But someone asked him, the interviewer said, you know, why you practice classical? You're not giving a classical concert, and he said because it makes everything else I do sound better and easier and cleaner and et cetera, et cetera. You know, we all know that, but you know, then on the practical side, there's the discipline of, you know, when we get our horns out, we want to just start flying and doing whatever. You know, we need the discipline of, you know, at least doing some sort of warm-ups. It's good for me, you know. So I hope you enjoy that, and you know, if you have any suggestions to that, let me know. All right, take care, stay safe. All right.